Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the channel, and this one is just going to be a quick discussion about the recent GT Sport penalty system saga, where there has been talks of boycotting the FIA. There has been a lot of raging on social media, and there has been a change to the system by Polyphony Digital. So what was the story? Well, in the sort of recent FIA race, round one of the new championship, the 2020 season, the vast majority of races were blighted by minor and stupid contact penalties, a selection of which we have playing out on the screen as I speak. Now, the penalty system before this race was far from perfect, but something certainly seemed to have changed either on this day or in the days before it. I hadn't done any of the dailies that week, where penalties were just getting dished out left, right and centre for the most minor of side-by-side contacts, often to the innocent party, often to both parties, but it was ruining people's races. There didn't seem to be any rhyme or reason for it. It was almost impossible to avoid being affected by it. There's a couple of examples of my races getting ruined by it at the end of this montage, but it seemed to be the final straw that broke the camel's back, if you like. Every split seemed to be equally affected. A lot of top split players were suffering absolutely the same consequences. It was costing wins for drivers who are competing for World Tour slots, and so at the end of the evening there was a massive backlash about the current penalty system on social media. A lot of the top split players got together to try and organise a boycott of the next round, round 2 of the championship, and this gathered a lot of traction given that these players have got a lot of followers and support. A lot of them live stream, and so a lot of people were seeing these penalties playing out live, I feel like. Also, Jimmy Broadbent did a stream on the Gran Turismo channel where he picked up a 4-second penalty for absolutely nothing, so that possibly helped as well. So that was the first example of my race being ruined. The driver behind me gives me a little tap into the braking zone of turn 1, and I get a 6-second penalty for colliding with another car. So that was my race ruined on my first attempt whilst I was in a pretty good position. And the second example that is about to come up on the screen is the infamous being on the outside of an overtake. The car doing the overtake makes contact with the other car. You can see I leave plenty of space here, but I get a 4-second penalty. So it would seem that on the kind of the onus on the backlash that came from these races and on social media, that Polyphony Digital sort of sprung into action quite quickly, and on the early hours of the 20th they did a server-side update on the penalty system. 20th of March, adjustments were made to the system, issuing penalties in the sport mode and lobbies of Gran Turismo. The details are as follows. The penalty judgment algorithm in regards to light contact and collisions between cars during online races has been adjusted, and they apologise for that and say they are constantly working on the penalty system. So the next morning after that change to be made, I jumped into the Discover feature, looked at some replays that had been posted post server-side update, and tried to see what the game was doing in issuing penalties. Now, probably the most frustrating thing about the penalty system was the sort of being overtaken by another car. That car would make contact with your car, and the car being overtaken would receive the penalty. You've seen the example from my FIA race, and that first example there, it was the sort of thing where the car on the outside got a penalty, and thankfully that car never got a penalty. The big issue and what was causing all the thing was all the minor contact penalties that were being issued. You can see here these cars are giving no mercy, lots of contact, nobody's race is ruined, no penalties issued. And I'll just leave this to play out some other examples of sometimes it was getting it right, sometimes it was getting it wrong. But there has been a little bit of a misunderstanding. This server-side update was not to fix the penalty system. The clearly changed something on the server side at the beginning of the week when the new daily races came up that had turned every race into an absolute penalty fest. So this change here, I believe, was just to revert back to what they'd had before they made that update. They actually said as much as that in a Twitter post where they said there had been a technical fault with the penalty system. So the penalty system is still pretty rubbish at the moment. It's still nowhere near as good as prior to update 1.53. However, there should at least be far less farcical penalties being dished out for minor contact. And that was the biggest complaint really that came out from the races just recently. It wasn't really that the penalty system wasn't punishing people for doing things. The complaint was it was punishing people for doing nothing. So that's been rectified largely. You're not really getting punished for doing nothing anywhere near as frequently. It may well occasionally still happen, but you should be able to sort of race the vast majority of the time without that. Unfortunately, people are still going to get away with dirty driving and not get a penalty. And so, hopefully that is next in Polyphony Digital's update schedule to try and penalise dirty driving. Anyway, that's my take on everything. Thank you very much for watching. This has just been a quick video. Just wanted to put my thoughts down in regard to what happened over the last week in the game. Anyway, thank you for watching. I shall see you on the next one. We're going to have a daily race to see strategy guide for the Group 4 race at Interlagos coming up. Goodbye now.